Well, Zebrica dropped. I didn't expect that to happen today. Oh, it's not music. Anyway, I was gonna record myself to catch my initial reactions to any number of, well, who knows what will happen. There it is. Whole third continent. Oh, that's nice. That's cute. Little Discord. He's got little biceps arms. And, well, I can't click around right now, so... can I play as anyone? Probably, but I assume... does everyone have a focus tree? I don't know. Well, I was gonna... I think the best way to play Zebrica is with Nimbusia. A nice, appreciate it from far away. They added in these, this text. And nice new soundtrack I can hear, very kind of tribal or something. I don't think there's going to be any updates to this, but that's an... Oh no, I spoke too soon. They did change it. Anything else? Yeah, we've not had this before. Well, good thing I checked this out first, since it actually does change Nimbusia. So we've got a slave-based economy. Makes sense. You've got the helots, and it is harder to research. Better consumer goods. Less stability. I'm sure that's rebalanced because the main thing of Nimbusia is balancing stability, at the beginning at least. Oh, wait. I see we've got these guns. Did I leave in that mod that man made that changed all the guns around, or did they actually add that into the game? I don't know. Oh, that's right. The Zeppelins were going to be added in. What do Zeppelins do, though? It can do CAS and strategic bombing. I'm sure it's a lot cheaper. Yeah, why not? That's quite something. And we'll make sure to put on news pop-ups, because who knows what news will come out. So, no, there's not everything. Not everything has a new focus tree, but the whole continent is there. I think it's only a couple, maybe on the west coast here. Yeah, a nice big, very big focus tree there. Very nice portraits too. Anything different here? The focus tree adds in after this is done. No, the same. Just to be sure. Because there was, in Wing Party, there was a focus tree to be added, I think. Um, what's this? I can't read it at the moment, but nothing after that. I don't know, but yeah, it's sure to be interesting. And so it was pretty close to Asteron. Who's this? I was thinking maybe it'd also be a Minotaur. I've not been keeping too up to date on what is going to be added in Zebrica. I know of Poseida, the nuclear fish, and of course the lunar exiles. It's a long biography. Oh, there's a war at the beginning. Arabia. Oh, it's just a civil war. Oh yeah, let's have a look at the composition of ideology. Mostly non-aligned? No, it's a good mixture. I'm a communist. Llama. Oh dear. Sapa Llama. Tibet. Liamabet? Lamabet? Lambet? Oh. Oh, wait, is it? No, it's the basic focus tree, but it's better than the base game's basic. So, you know, I just see a lot of size and I think, is that one of the... so it's communist, but it's socialist monarchism. So not really communist. And they've got a coastline. That's not very Tibetan. Do they have a navy? They've got a dockyard. No navy. A llama race. Agrarian. Illiterates. Gonna have to count all the new navies in the game now. And obviously with a big update, maybe they've rebalanced some of the old navies. Still Arctic. Still not a warm seaport. Who else would probably have a slave economy? Diamond Mountain. Oh. Wow, that's a new portrait. Vancouver Lake City. I just did not. That is. Hold on. I saw on that text at the top it said removing hands. You've added in a hand. That does not look like a paw. I've been lied to. Yeah, slave economy. And who else would have slaves? This guy? No. Yeah, I'm not too familiar with the continent that we already had, and now we've already got a new continent. But, you know, who cares about griffins? What's this? A puppet of that guy. by race. Got deers. Oh. Got deers. Oh yeah, the Kirin, of course. I forgot about that. How could I forget? Oh, the silence. Who's this? No clue. I look forward to when they get a focus tree at some point, but I wonder how that'll work. Will it just go from left to right with focuses, or go through the coastal and then go inland? Or it's just you're giving us a taste of it at the beginning with a couple at the edge, and then just do everyone at once? Or maybe not all of them are supposed to have focus trees. Unlikely, that one. Focuses are where Hearts of Iron get countries to do anything. Otherwise they just sit there and do nothing. Unless maybe there are some custom events, like in 3 days or something. They just have an event that declares war on everyone around them, and we get a news pop up saying, oh, the Marco Polo Bridge incident, or wherever horse version of that would be. Oh, that's cute. And in terms of... oh, new dragons. And... oh, that's a cute little... icon for dragons. Oh yeah, it used to be Skyrim. That's sad. That's not the case, but nice little... is that a rainbow? What's this? What is that? Shiny, whatever it is. Can't tell what that is. Is it like a bolt or something? What's that? A cigarette lighter? Maybe. More bolts? Is that a feather? 5... oh, wait a minute. Is that an element of harmony? And it's only 5 currency? Probably a knockoff. Did the oceans get changed? Oh my. I think this was all one ocean, just called Zebrica. Or no, this was Path to Zebrica, and this was just the World Ocean. Now it's all got new names. This is still called Not a Meme though, whatever that is. I don't understand. Is it a meme? It says it's not a meme. I know, these are all called the same thing. I was thinking, oh, they must be very creative to come up with names for each of these, but no, it's all the same thing at the time. Then maybe at some point in the future they'll put like an island here and call it something cute, and give the associated ocean around it this similar name. I wonder how they pick the shapes for these. But there are little islands across here. Who's this? It's a new nation in the faction. It's just called Puerto Cabello? Probably like Puerto Rico. I wonder how that changes things. I don't think I'm familiar with them. Just flew under my radar, but I mean they do seem very small, so. But But any extra nation under Equestria is interesting. And who's this? That's owned directly. And then this is someone new. But a puppet. A puppet of Aqualia. All the way up there. Interesting. Yeah, I've not played Aqualia, but they've got yeah, they're the French, and they've got a full voice acted units, and that's yeah, and all the units have lines in French and English. It's a lot of work, and I suppose it shows that it's just a very important nation. Like, and in quite a few games, you know, they end up to be the one that conquered the whole continent here. Yes, Long Swords War. Just have a bit of fun and fight for some equine. I was half expecting like a news pop-up to be coming up every 3 seconds. You know, that's kind of why I usually turn it off. And then, you know, I'd expect it to be even more with a whole new continent. Anyway. Now I play Nimbusia a lot. And, you know, the route for expansion is, well, obviously you can't, you know, fight anyone in the River Coalition without calling them all in, so you'd have to go for Grencliff or one of these, but you know, they join a faction together. And then this is your natural expansion down here. You even have a focus to core them, and then you can go further down quite a good bit. Nice little coastal empire, but you've got a nice little navy, and you don't get to use it too much because, well, look at how far you can go. But now I'm interested in checking out what sort of expansion I can have in the new world. I think somewhere around here is, yeah, this is like the only location in the game now, because yeah, there's I remember in one of the previews that I did actually read, yeah, it mentioned about them owning this country owning another country and not having a core on it, which makes it unique because, well, you know, I noted on my own that every country at the start of the game, you know, has cores. It's not like the base game where you have a lot of colonial land, and so there is no resistance at the start of the game. Oh, is it? Oh, here's a new, nice new newspaper. Straight from Zebrica. Constitutionalist uprising in Cult Age. Political opposition in Cult Age, consisting of the Constitutionalists and the Harmonite factions, has launched an armed uprising against the government of the Zarka family. Leader of the rebels, Zano... Don't make me... What is that? Mazel Cat... Wait, QAT. Zano something has accused someone else of subverting the Republic's ancient constitution and rigging last year's election. In response, someone blamed Hippogriphia of trying to stage a coup in his country and vowed to swiftly crush the uprising. Ooh, Another civil war. Could I send volunteers? But who would I want to win? Does one have a focus tree while the other does not? It's small at the moment, but it might change into a much bigger focus tree once they win. And let's fight for the underdogs. Constitutionalist army will allow volunteer forces from our great country of Nimbusia. Parishes of Skiamon make their own faction. We've got our own bodyguard. Things are changing in the world. And the philosopher mocks everyone. Oh, Equestria goes to war with buffaloes. Yeah, I've turned off the historical thing, so anything can happen. Where is this? Oh, is this? Oh no, the Constitutionists actually have a good size of territory. I thought they were just here in this little encirclement. There's not as much honor in fighting with an equal-sized force. Andrea, you're going to Zebrica. Can you handle the heat? What's the temperature here? It is a steamy 22 degrees Celsius. I think that's on there. Well, it was apparently too much for her. Service of Nimbusia, it seems General Andrea has pushed herself too far, and as a result of the bad climate of her occupational area, the General has fallen ill and will likely need some time to recover. Until she gets well, she will not be performing at her usual levels. I guess my custom mod that I made to check if the game considers a character female. Well, I didn't get around to checking Andrea, but I guess we know now. And here's the first battle in Zebrica. Letting the zebras fight it out, but we're here. We're breaking through. We're basically doing all the fighting. Like what, we're 10 times better breakthrough, 10 times soft attack. How's the infrastructure? On here, it doesn't look that bad. How are you failing to fight? Wait, what's this? Troops may not enter? They added impassable terrain in the center here. Is this because they're at war with them, or is this a change to the game? I don't know how to feel about that. I had some good fun fighting here. But I suppose maybe it's a bit easier on the AI. And I guess it could be a bit more simpler to, you know, if they're invading here, then you block along here, and rather than having this long front line. Still, is this like a permanent impassable, or maybe after a focus that says like there's a focus to build railways down there, and maybe it fixes things up there. Didn't expect to see that. Is this also impassable? Yeah. Very strange. So have they fixed up the supply around here for the Civil War? Because I heard that in recent patches it was just absolutely tedious, like you couldn't bother fighting down there. But it's, with this being impassable, that really changes things. Like, well, now you've just got this river. And there. That looks a little weird, isn't it? What is this line doing here if both sides of that are not impassable? So in here, wait. That is a impassable line, isn't it? Yeah, so that's strange. I don't quite understand that. Oh, all these mountains are impassable. No, that does not seem right at all. Is that the same in every mountain? Yeah. Oh my, look at all those impassable mountains. What is... Oh my. Huh. Even a... Oh, I understand what the line means. So you can't move from this tile to this tile is what that line means. But still, that's that doesn't seem quite right. Okay. Look, I can accept this as some extra depth. Like, you can incorporate this as, okay, here's some impassable terrain, so oh dear. I might cut this playthrough short, but as I was saying, you can, if before you would be like, okay, I'll line up along here to make use of the defensive terrain of the mountains, but now that this terrain is impassable, you can understand that you just need to go here and another line there. So that can add some extra depth. But I'm not sure about fully, like, just completely impassable here. Oh, I mean, in my previous videos I said about how much I was enjoyed holding in the mountains. I suppose this means that my entire tactics, my whole strategy for beating the changelings needs to change. Because I just let them die of attrition in the mountains. You think they were gonna... You think they changed this because of what I said? Well, it's... So this whole thing is impassable now. That's... Okay, I guess I can see this is kind of interesting. Now you just have to hold here. And I guess, you can, like, choose to... trying to hold along there, or you can say, no, I'm holding here, and then I'm holding here. Whereas, yeah, and then that's this whole area here. You don't have to hold troops. Alright, you're seeing a speedrun of me coming to terms with change. Was this even announced, or... I don't know, I wouldn't have kept up to that, and it's hardly one of the big news like, did you hear? They're gonna make mountains impassable in Zebrica. And it's like, yeah, no, I only care about like cute bats or wherever this is. Was that a cat? Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot the anthro cats from the movie. Anyway, so are any of those impassable mountains on this continent? There's one there, I think. Yeah, but the full kind of circle of impassable. Yeah, these impassable mountains do kind of add some extra depth to. Interesting, it's not just to draw a line to a border and just say go forward. Yeah, now I can only get into Yakistan from here and there. Yeah, interesting. I maybe I should have played Equestria first. That'd have been interesting. Copenhagen Republic. Is this a second civil war? Copenhagen Republic. Oh no, it's not a civil war. I think it's they declared war. Oh no, it's a liberation. Yeah, this was the territory they owned that they didn't have cores on. So it's probably an event-spawned rebellion, which is not technically a civil war because they're different cores. So, yeah, we're low on stability. No, that's not what causes us to rise up. Oh, no, it is. Why do we have low stability? I don't think it's supposed to happen that early. Yeah, why is that? Maybe they didn't rebalance it around this slave-based economy. So we have to be a bit more careful when we're doing things. Unless you think the devs just said, oh, Nimbusia, they've got slaves, let's give them this slave-based economy, not thinking that it takes away stability, and at the beginning Nimbusia needs to have higher stability, otherwise they go into civil war. They'd probably think about that. Well, if not, they'll probably fix it in a couple patches. But no, I'm probably just being not as a good gamer. But right now we've got 60 days before we go into civil war, and then that'll force my guys to return. Think we can take this city in 60 days? Siege of Copenhagen. Make sure they're nice and encircled. Star Tracer, rest him. Even less stability. Oh, yeah, it's the third one. Yeah, I think we get the stability back from that one. It's net neutral. Yeah, see? Oh no, that's supremacy. Maybe not then. we won the war without taking the city. Not much. Two different heavy airships as well as light. And we can make it bombing. It looks like it's written over some other text. What does that say behind that? I can't read it. Oh, here's the Civil War. Didn't expect that to happen. So, Crystal Empire became independent. We've got the Civil War. And Cherokee. That's probably, yeah, those guys. They joined immediately. Makes sense, that's like their entire purpose. Usual Civil War. And we'll see them split up further. So what sort of help do they give? Like, I'm sure like through events they give them manpower and weapons. But, oh, what are they? They are a theocracy. I suppose that makes sense. What's their population? I have no intel. Or in the south. But, and yeah, this does change the situation with these impassable terrain now. And how is the supply? Looks about as barren, but I can't quite tell. So I suppose, yeah, it limits the area of action. The front line limits to just along here, whereas before you would have to contest with this area the entire time. Even on 3% stability, Nimbusia lasts longer before going into Civil War than Equestria does. I suppose they had. I suppose actually, you know, you could say Cheerthropia, or heard of this? Cheer up. Cheer up. Oh, don't be sad you're in a Civil War, just cheer up. Cheer up, Thera. Cheer up, Thera. I don't know. Here's a demilitarized state. Yeah. Wonder why this is. No. Why has he got his maps open? Helots that will spawn in. So they spawn in here and here. So, and then during the war, we get so many debuffs that we cannot produce guns. So, we're gonna run out. And then, you see, before you had an easy time with the Helot Revolt because you just call in the entire coalition and they just stamp them out really easily. But nowadays, you know, you don't do that. So maybe what we might want to do is actually be them. I guess we'll try that out. Look at that. It's such a tiny space that Nimbusia has to stay in. Do we have a... Yeah, we've got a bit of a focus tree. Very good. Field Marshal... Oh. Pneumaticus. Furious. Phenomenal Fury. They're saying. Another war down here. Gold Age declared war on the army of the East. Is that not the one they were at war with before? Oh yes, and fellow communists want to help out in this rebellion. That's nice of them. We've got rid of that slave. Actually, do they still have their slave? Yeah, they've got a slave-based... Well, I suppose you can still have a slave-based economy without slaves. Yeah, but it won't be a very functional economy. Got no Navy or Air Force. Just have guns. Well, no, we do not have guns. Though, with the problems I stated earlier, we know we can out-attrition them. They'll definitely run out of guns first. Oh, who's this? The Hazeb Federation declared war on the kingdom of Gelon Zornu. That sounds like something from an Alien movie. Zanu Zanu. What's that from? I don't know. There's Timbuktu. Weren't they over here? Hold on. Oh no, that's Tubuk, not Timbuk. Timbuktu and Tubuk. There should be someone in Tubuk called Tim, and he's Tubuk Tim. And that's like a joke from Timbuktu. That's a cute little zebra. That's, is that Seth? No. Just kind of looks like it. Anyway. A lot of wars going on. Yeah. It's only 1 year in. The Republic of Aroranda, saying Randa. So, Randa. Aroranda declared war on Ugabi. Oh, that was fast. What? Naval invasion? Yeah. Interesting. Oh. No. How'd they pull that off? Just the New Merlands? Yeah, they're in the war. That must have been some naval invasion. Or... oh, maybe they used the... no, did they... did they usually have the Spa Islands? Whose side are this guy on now? He's still a puppet, he's still there. Another revolution. Anyway. And is that the one from the beginning of the game? I think so. Anyway, Roman? Two forces. Roman, it says. Roman Kaiserate? No, it says Roanan. I am... wow, I was thinking, like, no, that doesn't seem right. They wouldn't just call a nation Roman. And they didn't. It's Roaman. Okay. I was seeing things. So where's this guy? I don't know. Yeah. Oh, they left their capital open. And they walked into my heartland to stop me from building my factories. There it is. And we got kicked out of the Federation. We can now do some focuses to make this somewhat of a workable country. We got to keep all the high command. Oh, are there any federations? Yeah, there is one down there. The Ancient Pact. Oh wow, what is... was that a centaur? Yeah, centaurs. Oh, and it actually comes with bonuses. That's interesting. You'll give centaurs bonuses, but you won't give it to dragons? I mean, if anything should have a bonus, I think it would be dragons. Oh, and it's whatever that thing is. You're free. The plan still stays the same. We'll try and build up a... oh, have we lost the entire navy? Oh no, we got the navy. That's nice. So I don't think we get the same free war goals, but we can justify manually, because the nice thing about communists are they can still justify manually. Oh, let's see how this goes. Yeah, I'm willing to, like, well, I'm now kind of looking forward to seeing how this impassable terrain, you know, changes the tactics of these wars. But, you know, at the look of it, it does seem strange that so much area has just now been blocked off, that we can now no longer walk inside of it. It's just a little... just a little strange. It just feels like a little restriction of freedom. Like, you know, no longer can you just walk to the top of this mountain. You know, put your troops there. You know, like, even, you know, outside of any war, like, it's just nice to put something in your own territory. I suppose it can make sense. Now we can have some choices. Is there any difference? Or is it just just flavor? I guess we'll call them. You know, good thing. Wait, hold on a minute. This color is a bit different. Wouldn't it be a bit lighter? Not sure. We get to have that nice focus that gives us, weekly pony power 500. That's huge for our limited pool. I suppose for the next 12 focuses I'm just going to be in observer mode. Which I might as well. Just let the AI for this country just pick the next focus, and I can jump around and actually look at things. City finally falls. What is the Republic without its city? Oh, how's that? Do we have the, history? Can learn a lot from reading just a text wall. Yeah, this really shows you just where the work has been done. You can see that out of all the locations that can have lore written about them, it's just up here. It really changes how the Civil War moves on now, and I suppose, you know, the Great War will go through, and, you know, anyone else coming in. So what mountains are still around? Some of the edges. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like basically just taken most mountains and just box them off, and you can hardly, you know, make use of the mountains. I suppose, like, you know, through most of history, like, you know, the mountains were impassable, so, and, you know, it was only in the modern era they dared to go through them, and even then that's why they have such a bad debuff, because, you know, it's hard to move through them. But still, I think maybe it's a bit, you've made too much of them impassable. Like, maybe just only have a mountain that is surrounded on all sides by a mountain be impassable, and, you know, these ones that are right next to plains, like, yeah, you can walk through that one at least. So just trim the sides of this impassable terrain, maybe, because, you know, as I say, it just kind of looks like it's a huge area locked off. Does he have something in his mouth? Oh no, is that a mustache? Does it say in his bio? Yes, it's a mustache. On the 5th of January, he grew a mustache. Harpy channel. Pirate raids. That's a new thing. Ooh, it's a lot of extra casualties. 60 from the sharks, 20 from the pirates. Just how militarized are those pirates that, would slow down a battleship moving through? Ironically, it wouldn't even affect convoys going through, because convoys, well, it doesn't say anything about affecting, well, it helps convoy raiding efficiency, what? So someone else at war with someone having convoys going here, or raiding convoys, and these pirates would slow down those ships that were raiding the convoys. But when they did sink a convoy, no, they would help. They somehow helped the convoys get sunk. National Salvation Movement. What is that? What is he so disgusted by? Well, he's looking to his right, and to his right are a donkey? It is a donkey. Is that meant to be Cleopatra? That'd be funny, wouldn't it? Kind of a ironic thing with the most beautiful creature in all the land is an ass. She's got an arrow on her face. What is it pointing to? Is it signs under her turban? Queen Bamina. Broken chains. Just how many nations are there in this game made of freed slaves? I assume this? Yeah, liberated all slaves. And then there's free Nimbusia now, and there is Casa. Yeah, oh, it's even got the same broken chain thing. I mean, Nimbusia should have a little broken chain thing, huh? Oh, what happened to this guy? He got annexed. And they didn't get cores on it. I wonder, should they? I don't know. It depends, what is the situation down here? If only we had some lore to back up whether or not the local population would be unruly. $25 rubber. That's right. Now with an entire new continent, there's a whole rebalance of the natural, the resources. So there's I don't think Nimbusia had chromium before, did they? I feel like I would have known if that was the case. I've played Nimbusia a lot, and the only thing I remember is the aluminium. I remember getting chromium from down here, so I think that might have been added in. I can't be sure though, because it just seems a bit odd. Like, let's give Nimbusia 18 chromium. Gotta have those Nimbusian heavy tanks. Anyway, does the new continent have much resources? A lot of rubber, steel, of course. Crystals down here. Any oil? There's 6. There's 10. 10, 6, 8, 12, 15. A lot of oil down. Oh, this is all the. Of course it is. It's Arabia. Of course the Arabians have the oil. Who's this with the tiny name? It's a griffin doing all the way on the other side of the continent. Giraffes? Huh. I swear this game is just completely unpronounceable. Someone should make a compilation of all the names and how to pronounce them. Twizan Yika. Despot. Well, zebras down the middle. Yeti! Oh yeah, of course, the Storm King. Weird. A very multicultural, no, multiracial. Oh, well, both, I suppose. Continent down here. Yeah, we've got, and they're in kind of stripes, which appropriate. So we got dragons, ponies, horses are different. A lot of horses there. Donkeys. Abyssinian. Oh, that's a cat. Mare Egypt, it's pony. Very big. Basic focus tree. And then you got a lot of zebras, of course. Hippogriffs. Pony, but it's thresholds. Harpy. Oh, so it's not a. Oh, it's those anthropomorphic birds from the movie. I thought they were griffins. Deers, llamas, Kirin. Who's down there? Oh, more zebras. Camels, griffins. Just 2 griffins. What's a griffin doing in inland over here? And then, well, griffins even this far out. And then centaurs. You think in any future updates they'll put some random race on one of the previous continents? Yeah, no new changeling nations. You still just have the 2. And then all the Rags Commissarists, or wherever they are, that Christmas makes when she wins that war. What does that say? There are no palm trees at the South Pole. Is that a reference or just a random line? Oh wait, is this like a... Maybe someone made this image and different people drew different things, and then someone drew a palm tree, and then someone said, "Don't be silly. There are no south trees at the palm show." Ooh. The Storm King's heir. Kingdom of Stormland. Brutal civil war that tore asunder the Yeti realm of the Storm Kingdom is over. After the Storm King's death in the Battle of something, 4 of his generals had claimed the horned crown and fought a bloody succession war to decide who would become the new Storm King or Queen. Now one of them has triumphed and wears the horned crown on their head. The rest of Zebrica is uneasy with this news, to say the least. Storm clouds gather. Is that a cigar? Oh, he's completely changed his name to Storm King. I wasn't keeping track, but was that the same? I mean, it sounded like it was, anyone could, any of the possible nations could have become it, and I assume, would that have been the same portrait? Also, looking at that flag, 2 kind of horns. I just get it confused with the changeling flag, but it's got the jagged horn like a changeling has. A lot of war in what I was hoping was going to be my landing zone onto the continent. So I'm going to get the generic focus tree. If I wanted to take over the continent with the generic focus tree, I could have picked any of the normal nations around here. I'd probably have more. They've got a developed science base. Isolationism. Oh, that's cute. That's from the show, the Karen and Nirik, right? Oh no. Is this just a game over where they tell us to end? It seems that the River Coalition has finally decided to react. Well, I only have 3 troops trained up, so we hope that this warning will encourage you. Oh no, it's just the recent events. It was more than 12 70-day focus trees. It was not recent. I definitely think that should change. So, it's just a warning? No, it says the conference. What is this? Not sure what they're saying there. We have nowhere near enough infantry equipment to... Policing? Wittenland gets a war goal on us? Nope, yeah, they just declared war on us. And, yeah, they're gonna call everyone in. And I can't really... I mean, I'll give it a go, but I don't think there's much to do. When you're adding in all those impassable mountains, you couldn't have given any to Nimbusia. I mean, I know the powerful Pegasi can fly over any mountain, but they're not Pegasi. They can... So it's going to be impossible for them. Isn't that something for the first game of Zebrica? I sat around as Nimbusia, and nothing happened. Well, nothing happened to me. I enjoyed soaking in the things that happen, and I now know that there's impassable mountains, and that the main content is up here, but there is still content elsewhere that Storm Kingdom just formed, so you can do that. And yeah, even though all these don't have, you know, unique focus trees, you could still try to. Why is a zebra running camel land? No, camel can't. Anyway, yeah, I'm sure you could play anywhere and conquer the whole continent, or all 3 continents. What's this song? Cheeky Breaky Bandit Radio. This sounds interesting. And more getting called in. Yeah, so I'd like to try again to do this. I want to navally invade the continent from Nimbusia, but well, I wonder if that was the case, that we cannot do without a civil war, or if I just have to be a bit more careful. Yeah, didn't really stand a chance. Oh, that's right, they're all harmless, so they'll just puppet me. But that means I cannot. Those who deny freedom to others deserve it not for themselves. What does that mean? Oh, they took a state from me. You expansionists. Oh. Well, at least it's not border gore. It's a nice, thin border with them, and across a river. And they've got a warm port now. But still, it's just spitting in my face. Oh, we've got a unique, well, yeah, generic portrait, but I expected them to just put what's his name in charge. You know, the usual harmonic guy. They put in citizens plus skin helots. They re-enslaved all the helots. Announced a total surrender to the Republic. American forces, number of Nimbusian harmonic supporters supported Diabolist and his government into exile as a new government has been established to rule. It's called the Republic. Has been established. Earlspool remarked that his mutual agreement will bring a new age of prosperity and cooperation. Responded by stating that even in exile he shall continue to fight and support all resistance. Well, there's a bit of resistance growth due to the natural martial society, but nothing else. And then they'll immediately give us a bunch of guns. They'll shoot, they'll try and foster resistance, and then, yeah, you can have some guns to put down that resistance. So, I could keep playing, and, well, I actually got back the focus tree, so that's nice and powerful. And I might be able to free myself. I'm probably too far behind to. Oh no, we do not even have the option to form the Federation. I could keep playing, and you know, I'm just a puppet of it. I'm just a puppet of the River Republic, and well, I don't know how. They continue to play. Maybe they'll go to war with someone on the other continent, but I doubt that, so I think I'll just restart because I want to do something with Zebrica, since that's the new thing that's out. Or I could maybe try Equestria and try out these new tile blockers. Once you get strong as Equestria, it wouldn't be too much to hop across the pond and actually fight some people with actual content. Like, what does it mean to extinguish, annex all these countries that's with generic focus trees when you can annex someone with a focus tree? Yeah. So I'll try again.